Yay, you're here. I'm excited about that. I hope you've enjoyed the videos so far because I have definitely enjoyed making them for you and communicating with you guys and building our family. No strings attached. So today, what I wanted to talk with you about, after I find out what's happening in your world, is about lightening up, Francis. Having a good time, relaxing. So first of all, let me ask you, what is going on in your world? What is happening? I love it. I love hearing from you guys. It just makes me, like I said before, I know you're tired of it. You're like, stop being happy about it. Well, I am happy about it, okay? So get over it. If you're not happy that I'm happy about it, then maybe you're not happy and you should lighten up. Maybe smile a little bit, you know? All right. I'm not getting on to you yet. But anyway, I just wanted to say, yo, everything's going good in my world. Thank the Lord. And I wanted to shout out 2 YouTube channels. And you know what? The reason I do this, y'all may not care, but like these are the YouTube channels that made an impact on me. And I know a lot of people don't watch YouTube, which how is that even possible? Because I hear now that YouTube has more viewers than Netflix. So right on. But there's so many things. I mean, what would we do without YouTube? You know, how to fix this, how to fix that, how to fix it. Now, I'm not fixing anything. It might be how to fix dinner, fix a good drink, you know, like come on now. Well, you know, fix a good barbecue, but no, I'm not fixing a sink. You know, I mean, listen, if I have to, I have skills, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter. I can do things, you know, and I have to. The worst I hate is if I have to go freaking kill a bug. Like, I just, ugh. But, you know, hey, I get it done, all right? I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, da. But, you know, like, come on, you know? I grew up with 4 brothers, and I've been in a male-dominated field forever, but, you know, come on now. I still don't want to have to change out the toilet thingies and all. No. I just, you know, no. But again, what would we do without YouTube? I don't care what it is. Just think of something random and do it in the search, put it in the search bar on YouTube. Somebody's got a video on it. It's amazing. And I will say, whenever I moved in, short story, and you know, moved into my house, I had a pool. You know, I did maintenance my own pool for a long time until I wised up, and I learned a lot from that. But what I wanted to say was, one of my favorite channels is Ickedmel, and I have just loved him. He is in Florida, and if we were hanging out in Florida, I would just be there all the time hanging out with him. His sense of humor is so aligned with mine, and sometimes, you know, I'm listening to him we watch police chases on the channel, and all kinds of stuff, but standoffs, just all kinds of fun things. You know, outside of that, even he covers a lot of current news that's going on in a fun way, only cool stuff, you know. And I'm saying something out loud, and then he says it. Wait a minute, I said it first. But he's really, really cool. And especially with the police chases, I got this mug, right? First of all, this side, child abuse, right? If you see something, you better freaking say something. Turn your back to that stuff. And then on this side, it says, I stayed up for an Ickedmel live. True story. I have calculated how much time. Oh, y'all, I didn't have my glasses on and I thought I didn't turn on the camera. Oh my God, I was talking to you this whole time and it wasn't recording. Thank God it was. But no, watching the chases or there's a standoff and it's like, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get up in, 6 hours. I gotta get up in 4 hours and 20 minutes. So I have stayed up for Ickedmel lives before. And, you know, you just have a little coffee in the morning and you get out of it and wake right up. But the other one I wanted to tell you about, and I'm gonna read this one because her name is Kathy, and I always mess up her channel name. But y'all, my love of true crime and comedy, because you know I try to be funny, but but she's got it all. She's energetic. So, you know, she just like, you think I talk fast? Watch one of her videos. I mean, the two of us together probably could not do a podcast. I'm like, no. Oh my God, that'd be so much fun, and that would drive so many people nuts. But she is amazing. She is on her way to 30,000 subscribers. So I hope you guys go over there and like and subscribe to her videos because she deserves it. This woman, she will give you a recap on whatever true crime case that she is talking about. And most of them are all, you know, current, depending on where you go back in her playlist, right? But she turns it into this beautiful, funny story. And, you know, sometimes you just got to lighten up a little bit, but she is a comedian. So I want you to check her out. Her name is Kathy, but her channel name is Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. And listen, she is all about the gossip. If you have any good gossip to tell, especially with a true crime story, honey, she's your go-to. So I wanted to tell you about those two right there. And then to tell you this, you know, the world we live in, right? Like every day there's something. Every day there is something. And we can easily watch the news all day, listen to podcasts, just everything is just like, it just can take us over. And then when we're listening to the news, we're seeing what's going on in the world, and then we have our own problems, and we have this and that, and when we got that, and we're just like, trying to do no smile. Why would we want to smile? We're all miserable in the inside. Like, you know, that's not the way we're supposed to be living. What did I tell you before about inflammation that can be caused in the body by that which is stress? Those are stressors. And you don't want the inflammation. So you don't want the inflammation? Then you need to learn to smile a little bit. Cut off all that stuff, you know? Give yourself a little bit of time to watch whatever you need to watch, and then enjoy a good book. Enjoy a good comedy. And, you know, that's why I wanted to give you these two, and they've meant a lot to me. And it just seems like, you know, I look back, the past decade, I have probably cried more than I've laughed. That's you guys know, I told you, just give me a second. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And I was sick a lot, and there was just things, you know, I had a lot of loss from the ones that have passed away and then those that haven't. But it hurts. So I have one of two choices. I can just hurt all day, hurt all night, you know, cause inflammation, perhaps cut off my longevity for life, which is not going to happen because my grandkids are going to be doing push-ups with me when I'm a centenarian, okay? So that's not an option. And when I decided not to give myself the options, I started cluing into the things that would make me laugh, kind of get me out of the sadness or the depression, and comedy did it. Music does it too, but you gotta watch it with music, because music can take you you're like, Casey and the Sunshine Band, and then you're listening to some Lionel Richie, and then pretty soon you're just like crying. Like, you just gotta watch it. That can really mess up your emotions. You know, music is beautiful. I mean, beautiful. But depending on what mindset you're in, it can either take you one way or it can take you the other way. So it's a little tough. But with comedy, even if you're a Christian, there's a lot of funny Christian comedy out there. But, you know, watch comedy. Watch it on YouTube. You know, who is your favorite comedian, by the way? Be sure and leave me a comment on that. I love Cat Williams. I love Cat Williams. I love Ice Cube. I love a lot. The Friday movies, 1, 2, and 3, my favorites. Friday After Next is my favorite because, you know, top flight security of the world. I just love it. I've seen it so many times, but it just makes me happy. You know, it just cracks me up every damn time I watch it. So I want you to lighten up too. If you're feeling blue, you know, if you just need like something, you know, you're just kind of in a funk, watch some comedy, watch a movie, watch some stand-up comedy. There's so many good stand-up comedians out there. And that's why I want to know who you enjoy watching. And because you're probably going to mention somebody and be like, oh, I like him too, or I like her too. I forgot to tell you that. But it's important. Laughing is actually good for your body. You know that. They always say laughter is good for the soul. It truly is. Look up all the stats and all the good stuff on even the Mayo Clinic, or just ask Siri to, hey, I don't want to say it out loud because then Siri will probably, answer me while I'm videotaping. So, say, hey, what is laughter good for the body? It's definitely good for increasing your oxygen intake, which is good for every cell in your body, every organ in your body. It's a stress reliever. It's a tension reliever. You feel good after it. And, not only that, but like in your own life, come on, don't take it so seriously. We have enough stuff to be serious about, but whenever you can just be like, okay, don't let anybody make fun of you. That's a different story. But it's okay to make fun of yourself a little bit. Getting started doing these videos, y'all, it's just, oh gosh. Okay, so even putting I think it was the first video or the second, I think it was the first, but I was putting my phone on the tripod, and then the little clamp, you put the phone in there, and I had it close to the buttons on the end instead of moving over to the middle right away. I didn't pay attention. I just put it on there, and I'm just doing other stuff like, hey, is my candle lit? That kind of thing. I'm like, what the heck is that? Well, I was making an emergency call because both of those buttons were compressed at the same time. I'm like, no, 911, everything is okay. I'm just trying to make a YouTube video and I'm a rookie. So, and then I was outside walking my dogs in my backyard, and I kept hearing deep, deep, deep. I'm like, at first I was like, that's different. What kind of notification is that? And I looked down and my watch told me I fell down. I didn't fall down. I haven't fallen and I can't get up. Not today. So interesting that this happened. I know it seems like I'm skipping here, but I'm really not. What had happened was on my phone, a notification came up saying, your storage is full. I'm like, no, it isn't. I'm doing a video right now. Come back later. And then it came up again. So I had to stop, wait a minute. Bruno Mars. But yeah, so I'm like, gosh, right when I was telling my story and everything. So what am I gonna do? Be mad? Be mad and frustrated? Well, I was a little bit, but really I'm like, all right, whatever. This is a perfect example to say hey, the guy pulled up in front of you and almost cut you off. My dad has a PhD, right? And he has a great sense of humor. Now, my dad passed away in 2020. 2020. Why am I having a hard issue with that? See, I'm having a hard time with it. Okay, anyway. I just miss him so much that I just feel like he's always here because I'm still talking to him. But one thing he has a PhD in environmental sciences. And but what he also did at one point was he taught some safety courses, and one of them was about driving, and he had an acronym called FIDO, F-I-D-O, and it was forget it, drive on. So maybe if somebody pulls up in front of you and makes you mad, don't be doing that road rage crap. FIDO, okay, it's no big deal. Move on. Who knows what's going on in that person's life? Let them be an asshole. You don't need to be. So anyway, all of that, and I remember what I want to tell you too. So when I did my first video, I sent my video out to a few family members, my friends, and then my work family. And I told them, hey, go check out my video. Be sure you like and subscribe. And if you don't, you're fired. And, but I started with my Eagle fans first, because there's two that slipped through the cracks when I hired them. So sorry if you're an Eagle fan, but so anyway, needless to say, with the twist of an arm and the threat of being fired, they did it. But they know, you know, like we play around, we joke around, we have a good time. You know, I love my guys, my girls that work for me. And it's just, they don't work for me. We work for each other. We're family. Understand that. Let me get that right out there. But it was a lot of fun. And then, you know, I have dog. I consider myself, I really live in a zoo. I have 2 cats and I have currently 4 dogs, because when my brother passed away, I took his dog Shadow. And but Shadow's, you know, Shadow's a little bit older. She's a Cocker Spaniel. I've never heard her bark once, but she's deaf and she's blind. What? I said what? She's deaf. And she's just so wonderful. And then I have, you know, a couple of other knuckle-headed dogs. So before I went to video, I'm like, okay, who wants to go outside and just bark at absolutely nothing for no reason? And they're all just looking at me like, no. But if I sat down to start videotaping, they would be like, ruff, 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 ruff. I heard a car backfire 4 miles away and I'm gonna bark now. So I have started to give them bones. And I know, like, listen, if I'm not gonna get this video done in 1 shot, I'm gonna have to do it in 2, because these dogs are gonna be like, yeah. So there's a lot of things. Did I tell you about, I went to plug in the electric cord to something and it popped, scared the shit out of me. And I was like, ah, you know, everybody's like on alert here, you know, meaning the animals. So that's it. Like, you know what? Like, whatever. I didn't die. I didn't break a nail. It didn't, you know, I like, kind of thing. So it's all good. Find the good, the funny in things that go on in your life. You know, lighten up a little bit. It might make your spouse a little bit more happy. And if your spouse is happy, happy spouse, happy life, right? So it's all good. It might make your coworkers, you know, feel a little more at ease because you like smile a little bit more, you laugh a little bit more. And listen, if you're that unhappy, change it. Why are you sticking around being a stick in the mud? Change it. We have the will to change it. We have the ability to change it. So get out of here. Get out of here. So what is in your world? Are you miserable? Are you unhappy? Have you cried more than you've laughed? Okay, well, not lately. Things are getting better. Things will always get better because you know what? There's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. And all it takes is just one thing to change everything. I say that to you every video, but I mean it. Believe me when I tell you that. Believe me. So, I'm gonna see you next time, right? You gonna come on back and see me again? You gonna leave me a comment about what makes you laugh? Who's your comedian? I wanna hear it. And go over there and see Ickedmel and see Kathy. Tell me what you think about that too. All right, you guys, I love you. I can't wait to see you next time. So come on back, I'm gonna be looking for you. Bye.